Identifying with a character is irrelevant. You might have seen an interview with a certain actress, she said some really stupid shit.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And
While the beginning of her statement is retarded enough, it's the latter part that got me thinking. Where did this whole idea come from? How does identifying with a character make any impact on the actual story? What does identifying with a character even mean? From what I've managed to gather, it means seeing yourself as the character, thus being able to easily empathize with them. Many people have different definitions, but from what I managed to find, this would be the core of all of them. Some people have taken this to the extreme though. Based on Miss Lawrence's statement and being on Twitter for years now, characters now have to look exactly like you to identify and empathize with them.
She's like me! Right? She's like me!
They're about to show it. Keep watching.
She's black! She's black! Yes, 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 yes! Oh my god! Mommy! She looks like me!
Besides these videos being probably staged, why is this so important to these people? Why is changing the skin color of the main character so important in this remake? Well, times they are changing. Or I guess they've changed already. Normal people know that this is just pandering to the stupid people that think these big companies care about them. I am obviously not denying that there are racist people in the world, but are you really so certain that everyone that is upset by this is racist? The real problem is that our favorite childhood pieces of media are being turned into content that panders to stupid people that can't see anything but race. If you really are stupid enough to praise and give money to a movie simply because a character looks like you, then I wonder how have you consumed anything ever? This is just a very lazy way to represent black people in media, but these people just eat this shit up. In my whole life, I never needed a character to look like me or go through the same things as I have gone through. I feel that you can empathize and relate to anyone who goes through hardships no matter what they look like. Reducing characters, be it male or female, to just their physical attributes is absolutely fucking retarded and is actually racist and sexist and whateverist. To hammer the point in...
What do you think? I think not being racist is the new racism.
Superheroes are still a really big thing. What is a very popular character that a lot of people relate to? And his relatability is one of the main reasons for his popularity? Spooderman? Is the fact that he is a white dude an issue? What about animation then? Can I not identify with and relate to an animated character? I mean, based on these people's retarded takes, you can only identify with a character that looks like you. Let's be consistent here. So please tell me, what animated character do you identify with or relate to? Well, you can't do that with this logic. Woody's fear of abandonment? No, he is a toy. Jinx's anxiety and the feeling of being useless? No, fuck that. Miles's need to prove himself? Boo. Wally's loneliness? Nah, he is an animated robot. Is the fact that these characters are digital of any importance? How far can we take this? Okay, maybe not this far. Also, many people have a much easier time relating to an animated character rather than a live-action one. Are these people wrong for that? Or are they intelligent and mature enough to understand that all of this is fictional? That doesn't mean it can't deeply impact you. What about video games? What can I say? I am a gamer boy. I prefer playing a game rather than watching a movie or a show. Let's take a look at something quite recent. I have seen a lot of people criticizing the scene where Fenrir dies, saying that we just met Fenrir and that it's just bait to make you cry. If you ever had a dog, a friend who had a dog, a plushie, a toy, it doesn't matter what, even if you never experienced losing something or someone you love, you can understand what is going on through Atreus' head. I guess he's probably sad. I also wouldn't call this scene bait because it sets up some more important things for the future. If you actually can't relate or at least understand what Atreus feels, then I don't know what to tell you. You don't have to be a magical white boy to understand what is happening in this scene. You don't need to identify with him. This scene can hit different people differently in the feels, but objectively it doesn't change if Atreus was black, Asian, or something as horrific as a fairy. Oh god, but wait, there's more. While we were searching for Atreus, we spot a killed bear. It turns out that Atreus killed it while he was transformed, so we get this moment.
I didn't mean to.
Intent does not matter. Only consequences.
What can we do?
Nothing. Nature will take its course.
Do I need to be a fucking bear to understand that the little bears have the big sad because their mom is dead? Another example would be Freya. You don't have to literally be a magical white woman goddess to see and understand what is happening with her. She is a mother who lost her son, so she has sworn vengeance on Kratos. Over the course of the game, she transforms and is able to forgive Kratos, Freyr, and most importantly, herself. She can finally free herself from Odin, and it's all just great. Now please tell me how making her a different race or gender would make her story better. I never expected Thor to be as deep as he is. Even though we don't get a lot of him, his story is just so good. He is a son who was abused by his father, which caused him to ruin everything in his life. His son Modi is dead because of him. He constantly fails his family and does everything his father tells him to do. He is a destroyer, just like a certain other person was a long time ago. And just as he is about to go on the same arc as Kratos did, that all gets snuffed out by Odin. Good stuff. You don't need to be a magical powerlifter to see his pain and to feel for him. With such a small amount of screen time, he made such a big impact on everyone. Well, maybe not everyone.
Thor is a fat fuck alcoholic.
Please stop. I'm gonna repeat myself, but I guess because these characters are digital and not real, no one can identify with them and relate to them. None of them look like you or anyone. So it's been years since RDR2 came out. While the gameplay is divisive, everyone agrees that the main character Arthur Morgan is incredible. A bad man who at the end of his life tries to do the best he can to give the people he cares about a life. He gets redemption, and he pays the ultimate price for it.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I. But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
He is a white dude though. Do you remember the character that was so relatable both as a man and as a distraught father? And then everybody loved him because he bonded with a little girl and they became a great duo? Remember how people reacted when he was murdered for stupid reasons? I guess a lot of people cared about some white guy.
평점이 높다는 게 진짜 이해가 안 간다. 병신 게임.
맷돌을 돌리려고 하는데 손잡이가 빠졌네.
This is one for the ages. Remember when everyone was sad because a robot died? Twice? How could anyone be sad about a robot? Okay, let's do a rapid fire. Okay, so now we are...
Getting personal.
the time I deeply identified with and related to a character. In Yakuza 5, there's a character called Shinada. He is a former baseball player who got accused of something he didn't do and was promptly banned from playing the sport. Currently, he is a lonely loser who doesn't really do much besides drinking and working a dead-end job. After getting a chance to take
うちの下の子の財布だってもっと入ってるぜ。翔さんだけどよ。
こりゃ恥ずかしい。
take life back into his own hands, he decides to take it. Then after a lot of insane shit happens, cause Yakuza 5's plot is fucking nuts, he gets a call.
もしもし、
東京旅行はどうだ、品田。
高杉さん？
急にいなくなるからよ。心配したぜ。
心配って、もうお金なら返したじゃないですか。
そうじゃねえよ。金じゃなくて、お前の心配してやってんだよ。
え？
そういやミルクって風俗嬢の姉ちゃんが釈放されたみたいでな。お前に伝えてほしいことがあるって言ってたわ。ゴムなしベッド90分。3000でいいから店に来いってよ。みんなお前の顔が見たいってよ。帰ってこい、品田。それにお前が帰ってこないと俺も完全証明出せねえで困ってんだな。おい品田、お前ちゃんと聞いてんのかよ。おい品田、やっぱ悪い。品田、おい品田、
I fucking cried my eyes out when this happened. For years he has struggled with depression and anxiety. For years he thought no one cared about him. This is such a great moment. I relate deeply to this. The latter part, not the part where he was banned from playing baseball. A lot of shitty things happened in my life and in your life too, but that doesn't define us. Now tell me, how does the fact that he is not a Polish autistic white boy like me ruin everything I just told you? Why would you limit yourself? There are so many great stories to experience out there. Why would you give a fuck whether a character looks like you? You are putting unnecessary limitations on yourself. You don't know what is going to impact you before experiencing it. Thank you for listening and goodbye.